Hello guys, and welcome to the 15th video in this tutorial series Android application development using Kotlin. In the last video we completed our recycler view and car view, and in this video we're going to look at something called Retrofit. So Retrofit is a library for HTTP request call in Java and Android. So we're going to see how to implement Retrofit in Android. Let's go to our project and I'll take you first to Gradle script. So build.gradle. I want you to add these libraries in your project. So I've created a new project obviously, so you can continue with that, and I want you to add these three libraries here, okay, and sync your project. So after this we go to our UI file, and I've also already made the UI here. So I want you to add these component in your UI. So there's going to be an edit text in entering a city name, and a submit button, and also a view where we will be showing the country, that this country whose capital city is the city that we gave in. So let's go to our package now and do the rest of the work. So project, let's create our packages as always. So first of all I'd like to start with view, presenter, interfaces, and a model. So in our interfaces I want you to make a constant, or sorry, a class or an interface. I think, what do we need, a class or interface? Okay, let's create an interface. I think, yeah, a constant interface. Okay, so I want you to declare two variables here, so in the form of companion object. So what companion object does is, you must be familiar with static member functions in your Java or C#. So companion is something like that. If you want to call any variable defined here from another class, then if you define it within a companion object, you just need to give a name of this class, and then you can do constant dot something. So it's similar to static variables that you had in Java and C#. So let's go and write constant val. Let me give a base URL here. So this is going to be http rest countries.eu, and I also have another one, capital, and this will have rest v2 capital / capital. So if you complete this URL in your browser, you give http rest countries.eu / rest / v2 / capital and any city name which is a capital city of certain country, let's say Bangkok, then the result returns the country Thailand here. Okay, so that is what we want. Let's go and see the API also, how the API looks like. So okay, so here I've tried with Kathmandu, and if we give Kathmandu, then the resulting variable is Nepal. So if I can see the JSON here, so it has the country name Nepal and all other details of the country. So but I only need this country name here, so I'm only going to be using this. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take this raw data, copy it, and go to a website called JSON to Kotlin. Okay, JSON to Kotlin, and you paste it here. Okay, and then select I want JSON serialized name mapping and click on generate. So what this does is it creates your data model class for Kotlin. So just hit OK, and you can do it. You can just open this, copy these out, or extract this somewhere. I'm going to extract them in downloads. Okay, I'm going to create a new folder here, classes, and just extract them here. and after this I'm going to take these data in my model. So okay, I'll do that later on. Let me go back to my application. After this I still have to make one more interface here, which is a job service. So Kotlin file class, the interface actually. So let me write what should be the name. Country interface. So let me give an interface here called country model. So fun get country, somewhere spelling is wrong, so let me write slowly. Country name by capital. First parameter is going to be city, which is going to be string, and a second parameter is going to be my presenter, which is going to be of type country presenter, which I'll be creating later on. Okay, the second interface for view. So country view, fun update view data, and then the third one for obviously the presenter. So interface country presenter, and this will have fun network call, which will have a data type string in its parameter. Another function is going to be show country, whose return type will be a string. So, and the last one is fun UI auto update. Let me rename this to capital. Okay, so after this we go to our model class, and I'm going to create some packages here. So the first package is going to be API. The second package that I need here is a data model. Okay, and the last package I need here is a repos. Okay, so in API I'm again going to create a class. So the class will be job API. So in this class I'm going to initialize my retrofit. So companion object, private variable retrofit equals to null. Now value client of type retrofit get. So inside this, if retrofit equals to null, so initialize it. Retrofit equals to retrofit dot builder dot add converter factory, JSON converter factory dot create dot base URL, which we already have in constant class. So constant dot base URL and dot build, and we need to return this retrofit from here. Okay, so now we go and create another class inside this that will be our job services, and it's actually going to be an interface. So @get I need constant dot capital for the URL there. So fun get country, I'll be giving a path. Remember, in the URL there we had capital in parenthesis, so this is that same capital in parenthesis here. So capital string, and it's going to have a return type of call of type retrofit list and country. Okay, so until now we're good. Let's go and build our data model classes here. So for the data model class, remember we downloaded some classes from the internet, so we kept it in downloads and classes. Okay, my laptop's gone slow again. Okay, classes. So we have 5 basic classes here. So the base class is this one. Let me rename this class to country as we have mentioned it here in the code. So country.kt. Sorry, country. Now let's copy this and paste it in our data model. I just hit Control V. Okay, so go inside this country class once and change the name of this data class to country. Import serialized name. I think we have to do that for every other classes. Import and import. Now inside the job services we also need to import this country class. Import. So okay, we're good until now. Let's go inside our repos and create our country repos here. So Java class or Kotlin class, sorry, country repos. Now in country repos we're going to import or extend country model. Okay, something we missed in country model. Let's go to our interface. Okay, we have one model which should have come up, but it's not coming up. Let's see what happened. Go back to our model. We were in repos and we extended country model here, which seems to be okay to me. Oh, okay, I should have created a class here. Sorry, class. So implement methods, and I got this method here. So before doing any of this work, let's create some variables. Var country. I can give a random name here because I'm going to be passing them my country name from somewhere else. Private var API client, and this is going to be of type job services equals to null, and an init function. So I'm going to initialize my API client from here. So job API dot client dot create, and I need job services class.java. So I could access this client library because this client was inside a companion object inside job API class. Now let me come down to my function here. So I have two parameters, a city name and a presenter. So I'm going to work on my call statement here. So val call equals to API client dot get country, and I need to pass my city name here. Okay, now after this I'll make a formal request to the server, call.enqueue. I need an object of type callback from retrofit. Okay, I need to search more here. Callback, where is retrofit? Here, retrofit, and the type is going to be country. Okay, let me import this. Sorry, list country, because we'll have one index array there. So inside this I need to implement my methods on response and on failure. So what happens in on failure, we log our error in on failure. So this is something called error, and it comes in throwable t dot, we'll just save it in string. Now in on response we are actually going to get our response here. Let me hide this for now. So what will we do here, we are going to check if our response is successful or not. And if our response is successful, we're going to obtain our results. So response dot body dot get, since we have only one index array, so get 0 dot name, and we need a country name obviously. Okay, and now I'm going to get the name of the country to string. So results dot to string, if in case it's not in string, so to string just to be safe, and presenter dot UI auto update. Okay, now we have something to do in our presenter. So let's go to our presenter and create a Kotlin class called country presenter. Now what do we have here? We have a parameter for country view of type country view, which is our interface obviously, and we're going to extend or implement our country presenter here. Okay, something doesn't add up here, so I need a country and presenter together. So country presenter. Okay, so maybe I should write country interface dot country presenter. I think that would make it more clear. Now let me again minimize this, implement some methods to be implemented. Okay, it's done. I need to define two variables here. So private val or var view, which is obviously going to be of type country view, and its value is going to be country view passed from here. And another one, I need a variable for model, country model, and this is going to be, or it's going to call country repos. So after this let's go to our network call. So in our network call, what happens is we use our model to get our country name by capital, and we pass our capital city name. Model takes care of the request and sends us a view. So let me show my country here. So for this one, I just need to return model dot get country. Okay, model dot get country. Okay, something is wrong here. What happened to my country? Let's go back to our country model and see what's happening here. So we forgot to add one more function here. So function get country, and obviously the value is going to be string. Okay, now I can call model dot get country, Somehow people nearby my room are making a lot of noise. Anyway, sorry for the disturbance, but I'll carry on. And finally on UI auto update, so it's going to be view dot update data view. Now our final work is within main activity, so let me drag this main activity inside view. Okay, now what happens in main activity? It's actually very simple now. So I'm going to be declaring a string which is city name, and its type is string obviously, and equals to null. Also I'm going to extend my country view here, or implement my country view here. Sorry, I already have one extender, so I just need to write comma and country view. Now I might have some more methods to implement. Okay, update view. So yes, it's done. Now if you remember in your layout, okay, no, before going to that, we still need to initialize a presenter. So private add presenter, country presenter. Let me initialize null for now. We are going to give something to it here. So presenter equals to country presenter this. Okay, now if you remember, we have one button which is used to submit our city name. So let's place a click on that button. So button dot set on click listener. You can just do this, and click can be initialized. And inside this, what I'm going to do is I will need the city name from the edit text. So and I'll save it in the city name variable that I've defined upwards. So edit text dot to string. Now after this, I am going to call my presenter to take care of the network call, because I don't know the complexity staying in the view. So presenter handles everything if I give a parameter called city name here. And in update view, after getting the data, what presenter does is presenter after getting the data from presenter, the value is set in our view. So text view dot text equals to presenter dot show country. Okay, the application is done. So as you can see, whenever you're submitting a city name, so city name goes from view to the presenter takes care of the network call through the model, and the model returns result back to the presenter, and it's displayed here in the view. So there is no communication between the view and the model. Everything goes via presenter, which is actually the concept of MVP. One last thing I'd like you to add is a permission here. So in manifest, once you go and add users permission and internet, so just close your tag here. It's done. Okay, now you can run your application. In the UI, you just type your capital city name and then submit the button, and you should get the country name there. So run the application. If you have any problem, do comment down in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.